Good afternoon. This is Akashvani and I am Valsa Williams with the midday news. The headlines: India intensifies evacuation plan for stranded nationals in Iran as conflict further escalates in West Asia. Over 350 Indians requested for evacuation. Dozens wounded as Iranian missile hits main hospital in southern Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu orders military to intensify strikes against strategic targets in Iran. India-Croatia hold wide-ranging talks, including India-EU free trade agreement. Croatia reiterates its support for early deal. 54 Indian institutes feature in QS World University rankings, with IIT Delhi emerging as country's top institute. IMD forecasts extremely heavy rainfall in Jharkhand, Odisha and West Bengal today. And Velavan Senthilkumar advances to quarterfinals in Asian Squash Championships in Malaysia. The government is making all-out efforts to ensure the safe return of Indian nationals from Iran, and another flight carrying members of the Indian mission is expected to arrive today. Earlier, 110 Indian students evacuated from northern Iran arrived in New Delhi. Talking to media in New Delhi, Minister of State for External Affairs Velavan Senthilkumar said the government has received over 350 requests of Indian citizens in Iran for evacuation.
हमारी गवर्नमेंट पूरी कोशिश करेगी कि जितने भी हमारे देश के लोग हैं ईरान में, उनको सबको सेफली ले आने का हम लोगों की बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है और उसको हम लोग पूरा करेंगे. आज भी एक प्लेन जा रहा है फिर से तुर्कमेनिस्तान, वहां से अपने इंडियन नेशनल्स को लाने के लिए, और जैसे जैसे हमारे ये नंबर्स और रिक्वेस्ट आया करेंगी, हम लोग यहां से चार्टर्ड फ्लाइट्स भेजा करेंगे अपने नेशनल्स को वापस लाने. हम लोगों के पास करीब 350 से अधिक रिक्वेस्ट आ गई हैं.
Meanwhile, an Iranian missile hit the main hospital in southern Israel early today, causing extensive damage and wounding several people as the Israel-Iran conflict escalated, with fresh attacks on nuclear facilities and civilian infrastructure. The strike on Soroka Hospital marked a significant escalation in targeting civilian medical facilities, with Israeli media showing footage of blown-out windows and heavy black smoke billowing from the medical complex. Iran's retaliation came after Israel's overnight attack on Iran's Natanz nuclear facility, which the Israeli military claims houses components and equipment used to develop nuclear weapons. Israeli forces also reportedly attacked Iran's Arak heavy water nuclear reactor, which can be used to make the core of an atom bomb. We have a report from our Dubai correspondent.
Iran has launched its 14th wave of attacks on Israel this morning, firing more than 25 missiles in the latest barrage aimed at strategic targets across the country. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps claims it successfully struck Israeli Army's Cyber Command headquarters and an intelligence center in Gavia. Another missile reportedly hit a high-rise and several residential buildings near Tel Aviv. According to Israel's National Rescue Service, at least 40 people were wounded in the attacks. Reports also indicate that Israeli stock exchange buildings sustained damage as the overall toll of the conflict continues to rise. Israeli authorities now confirm at least 24 fatalities from Iranian strikes so far, with one of the most serious incidents involving a direct hit on the Soroka hospital, the most significant attack on medical infrastructure since the conflict has begun. This is Vinod Kumar for Akashvani News from Dubai.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has vowed revenge against Iran after the hospital attack. Israel's Defense Minister Israel Katz said the Israeli military has been instructed to intensify strikes against strategic targets in Iran. U.S. President Donald Trump continues weighing military intervention options as the conflict threatens to expand across West Asia. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has issued stark warnings to Washington that any American strikes on Iranian territory would result in serious, irreparable consequence, raising the stakes for potential U.S. involvement in the escalating hostilities. Defence Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh held a telephonic conversation with the Director General of the Israeli Ministry of Defence, Major General Amir Bahram. In a social media post, the Ministry of Defence said the two leaders discussed updates on the current situation in West Asia. The conversation comes amid rising tensions between Israel and Iran. Last Friday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi spoke with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu regarding the evolving situation in the region. Russian President Vladimir Putin has offered to mediate to end the conflict between Israel and Iran. Speaking at a roundtable session on the sidelines of the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, Mr. Putin suggested that Moscow could help negotiate a settlement that could allow Tehran to pursue a peaceful atomic program while assuaging Israeli security concerns. India and Croatia have held discussion on the long-pending India-EU Free Trade Agreement. Croatia has reiterated its strong support for the early conclusion of the FTA, emphasizing the mutual benefits it will bring to both India and the European Union. Prime Minister Modi arrived in New Delhi after his successful visits to Croatia, Canada and Cyprus. He held wide-ranging delegation-level talks with Croatian Prime Minister Andrej Plenković at Marski Dvori in Zagreb. The leaders in the discussions also looked forward to an early conclusion of the India-EU FTA, which will give a boost to the bilateral trade and supply chain resilience.
ईयू के साथ हमारी स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनरशिप को मजबूत करने में क्रोएशिया का समर्थन और सहयोग बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। हम दोनों इस बात का समर्थन करते हैं कि यूरोप हो या एशिया, समस्याओं का समाधान रणभूमि से नहीं निकलता। डायलॉग और डिप्लोमेसी से ही वही एकमात्र रास्ता है।
Both leaders also agreed that the agreement would unlock new avenues for trade, investment and technology collaboration. India appreciated Croatia's consistent backing within the EU framework. They also underscored their shared commitment to global peace, democratic values and expanding cooperation as the two countries signed 4 MOUs in the fields of agriculture, cultural exchange, science and technology and the setting up of an ICCR chair of Hindi in Zagreb. This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back to the Midday News. A record 54 Indian institutes have been featured in the QS World University Rankings, with Indian Institute of Technology IIT Delhi emerging as the country's top-ranked institute. IIT Delhi's global ranking has seen a significant jump from the earlier 150th position to the current 123rd rank in the latest edition of the rankings of higher educational institutions across the world. This is also the highest QS World University ranking achieved so far by the institute. Voting for by-elections to 5 assembly seats across 4 states is underway. In Gujarat, Visavdar seat has recorded over 39% voter turnout, while the Kadi Assembly constituency has registered around 35% till 1 p.m. Nilambur seat in Kerala has recorded around 47% voter turnout, and Punjab's Ludhiana Assembly seat has witnessed over 33%. The voting percentage for the Kaliganj Assembly seat in West Bengal was over 45% till 1 p.m. The counting of votes for all 5 seats will take place on Monday. And we now go live to our Ahmedabad correspondent Aparna Kunt. Aparna, tell us how the polling is progressing over there.
Valsa, the voting is underway peacefully for Visavadar and Kadi constituencies in Gujarat. 8 candidates are contesting from the Kadi Assembly seat, which is actually located in Mehsana district of North Gujarat, while 16 candidates are in the fray for the Visavadar seat, which is in Junagadh district of Saurashtra region. If you look at the initial trends, the voter turnout was a bit low in the morning till 9 a.m., but has picked up the momentum after it. Until 1 p.m., as you said, that nearly 34% voter turnout was recorded in Kadi seat, while 39% in Visavadar seat. And at present, there are no reports of rains in these constituencies, so the turnout is likely to increase very rapidly during the day till 6 p.m. Over to you.
Right, Aparna, thank you for those details. At least 210 victims of the Ahmedabad Air India plane crash have been identified through DNA matching so far. Gujarat Health Minister Rishikesh Patel today informed that 187 bodies have been handed over to their families so far. The India Meteorological Department, IMD, predicted extremely heavy rainfall over Jharkhand, Odisha and West Bengal today. Talking to Akashvani News, IMD senior scientist R.K. Jenamani said red colour warning has been issued for Jharkhand as extremely heavy rainfall is expected to continue until tomorrow.
Southwest monsoon further advanced over Bihar, including Western Himalayan region. We have given red color warning mainly for the Jharkhand because continuously heavy rainfall today and tomorrow. Because well-marked low pressure area very active over GWB adjoining Jharkhand. Today on 19th June, it is likely to move further to northwest. Gujarat region and the Rashtrakuta and Konkan Goa, Madhya Maharashtra, we have given very heavy to extremely heavy rainfall warning with red color because further to the north, actually Delhi and northwest India, we have given thunderstorm warning for today and tomorrow. The Western Himalayan region, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh may get heavy rainfall and thunderstorm during next 2 to 3 days.
Life has been badly affected due to continuous rain in Jharkhand for the last 2 days, including state capital Ranchi. We have more from our correspondent.
Heavy rainfall and incessant rains have lashed several districts of Jharkhand. Water level of rivers, streams and waterfalls across the state has increased, while Kharkai and Swanrekha rivers are flowing near to the danger mark. All schools in Ranchi, Ramgarh, Khunti, Simdega, Bokaro, Dhanbad and Saraikela Kharsawa districts have been closed for a day ahead of the warning issued by Met and State Disaster Management Department. The Railway Administration has cancelled 20 passenger trains of Chakradharpur Railway Division. 8 express trains are running through diverted routes, while 6 trains have been short terminated. Shilpi, Akashvani News, Ranchi.
A low-pressure area over southwest Bangladesh and adjoining Gangetic West Bengal had been reported by the IMD. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon has covered entire West Bengal. More from our correspondent.
One or two places of the Purulia, Jharkhand, Bankura, Birbhum, West Mednipur, West Bardhaman, East Bardhaman and Murshidabad districts of West Bengal are likely to get heavy rainfall today. On the other hand, scattered rainfall in some places of the Darjeeling, Kalimpong, Alipurduar, Coach Bihar, Jalpaiguri, North Dinajpur districts has been forecasted by the Met Department. Kolkata and adjoining districts are experiencing incessant rain from morning today. Fishermen have been warned not to venture into the sea along off the coast of West Bengal and Odisha due to a rough sea condition. Kalyan Laha, Akashvani News, Kolkata.
Mumbai and its surrounding districts are witnessing incessant rainfall since the last couple of days following a dry spell. The IMD has issued an orange alert to 6 districts across the state. More from our correspondent.
The capital city of Mumbai is covered in thick clouds since this morning with intermittent intense spells of rain along with gusty winds. Adjoining Raigad district also is witnessing continuous rainfall since yesterday night. Key rivers including Savitri, Amba and Ulhas have flooded. Considering the situation, a holiday has been declared to all schools and colleges in Alibag, Roha, Tada, Mahad and Poladpur tehsils. Nashik city is hit by heavy rainfall since yesterday night. The IMD has issued an orange alert to Palghar, Thane, Pune, Raigad, Satara and Ratnagiri for today, whereas Pune, Raigad, Ratnagiri and Satara have been given an orange alert for tomorrow. Ankita Apte, Akashvani News, Mumbai.
In the Asian Squash Championships 2025 in Malaysia, India's Velavan Senthilkumar advanced to the quarterfinals with a 3-0 win over Japan's Tomotaka Endo in Kuching. The world number 45 is now the only Indian remaining in the tournament after beating China's Li Haichen in the previous round. Suraj Chand, Akansha Salunke and Shamina Riaz bowed out in earlier rounds, while Anahat Singh is not competing in singles but will feature in next week's Asian Doubles Squash Championships. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India intensifies evacuation plan for stranded nationals in Iran as conflict further escalates in West Asia. Over 350 Indians request for evacuation. Dozens wounded as Iranian missile hits main hospital in southern Israel. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu orders military to intensify strikes against strategic targets in Iran. India-Croatia hold wide-ranging talks, including India-EU Free Trade Agreement. Croatia reiterates its support for early deal. 54 Indian institutes feature in QS World University Rankings, with IIT Delhi emerging as country's top institute. IMD forecasts extremely heavy rainfall in Jharkhand, Odisha and West Bengal today. And with that, we end the midday news.